Today, I would like to share about a comment I read on a video I was watching. And it was about a woman who unfortunately lost loved ones and said that she did not know what she was living for, and she felt like she was alone in this world. And I wanted to address that. This comment really, it broke my heart, and that's why I wanted to address it, and I wanted to encourage somebody. I don't know how many people have been in that place, have already been in that place in their lives. I have been in that place. I have been in that place. That's why I really felt like it was important for me to say something about it. Even though I can't reach to that person, I know that there are so many of us who need to hear that, because this is what I learned. It has helped me, and I pray, I hope that it can also help somebody. First, what I learned being in that place, when I was in that place where I did not know what to live for, I did not want to live again. So many things happened to me. I lost so many people around me through different situations. It wasn't by death, but it was by circumstances that that made that I was on my own, and I felt alone, and I was lost. I really was lost, because I did not know why I was still living. I did not know. So what I learned from that space is that when you feel like that, first, these two things are lies. There's always something to live for, and I'm going to address that now. And the second thing is that you are never alone, and I'm going to address that as well. So the first thing, when you get to that place, please refuse that thought that there is nothing to live for. There is. There is. And that thing you have to live for is yourself. You have to live for yourself. It's you. Your life is about you. This is what I learned being in that dark place that was so instructive to me. I really learned from that. It was hard. It was hard. I felt lost. I felt like I felt like I had lost everything that I was relying on. But it has made me stronger. It really has made me stronger. So I really want to tell someone that when you find yourself in that spot, it actually means that it's time to go back to yourself. It's time to think about yourself. It's time to live for you. It's not a curse. It's not a bad thing. It's a hard thing. It is hard, true, but it's not a bad thing. Everything that is hard is not bad. So it has really made me stronger. And I really want to encourage someone. It's time to think about you. You have lost loved ones. People have left you, abandoned you. It's hard, but there's a meaning in that. The meaning is it's time for you. It's your time. It's your me time. It's the moment when you're focused on yourself. Practically, what does it mean? It means that now you get to think about what you like. Let's say that you think that you're alone in this life, which is not true. It's really not true. You think that you're alone. All right, let's say that you're alone. Well, spend your time for yourself. Come back to the small things. Many times we despise the small things. We despise them. Of why would I even do my hair? Why would I even go to the garden and spend 20, 15 minutes outside? Why would I even enjoy that flower that is so beautiful next to me, but I don't feel like enjoying it? All those are gifts of God, gifts of the nature, gifts of everything that surrounds you to remind you that you are alive. Don't despise them. Why would I bother about that river that is making such a nice sound that if I paid attention, if I accepted that gift and paid attention to it, it would do so much good to my soul, so much good to my mind that is stressed, that is lost, that wants to cry all the time. That small sound, that bird sound, that the sound of that river, even the sound of the cars around you remind you that you're not alone, that you're alive, that there's life around you. Even for people who are in the city, hearing all those cars, the horns, the children shouting outside, or everything that is around you, the sound of the wind is reminding you about life, reminding you that you have to live. So most of the time, people who are empath, we spend our time thinking, living for other people, and when we lose those people, we don't know what to live for. This has a meaning. It's time for you to live for yourself. It's time for you to enjoy yourself, to enjoy your life. It's time for you to do things for yourself. And you know what? They don't know that taking care of themselves, living in alignment with themselves is actually helping others. When you glow, when you live to the fullest, when you enjoy your life, when you make sure that you're happy, when you work on your happiness, you're actually helping others. You are worth living for. You. I am worth living for, and you are worth living for. And you see, when you take time to live for yourself, you will find other reason, new reason. You'll find additional reasons to live for. But when I went in that space of my life that I would have called dark, but it was now, after now a few years, I realized that it was not a dark place. It was a place for me to focus on myself and know the real meaning of life. It starts with what's inside me. So I am worth living for, and we have to do it step by step. Don't despise the small things in your day. Sometimes you wake up when you are in that corner, you wake up and because we despise all those little things that are around us that we can do, and we look at the bigger picture, we feel that it's not worth living for. Waking up is not worth living. Is not worth living for. Having a good meal is not worth living for. Do you know that there are some people who are crying, praying to be able to wake up one more day? It is worth living for. There are people who are craving for the breakfast that you can afford, but maybe you despise it. They are craving for the food you have freely in abundance every day. Don't despise it. I know it may sound harsh to some people. I pray it is not. Because this is how I really got out of that space. I thought that I despised so many good things that were in my life because I felt that I was entitled. I felt entitled to waking up every day in good health. I got used to that. I got used to waking up. There are people at the moment in the hospital. They don't know if tomorrow they're going to wake up. So for you, it's a given. It's like you're used to that. I despised that I didn't have to fight for my food. I had that in abundance, and even more, I could have the best quality of food I wanted. So I started focusing on that, on those things that I took for granted, that I felt entitled to. There is no entitlement in that word. No, everything is a gift. And the more you acknowledge the little gifts, what you think little, I would say what you think little, the more you acknowledge them, the more you're going to know the reason why you're here. Be grateful. Be grateful. This is we often hear that, but maybe sometimes we don't understand. We don't understand. But today I want to encourage someone. If you find yourself in that space where you really don't know why you're living, why you're still alive, why you've lost so many people, there's a meaning. It's about you. It means that it's the time for you. It's time for you to acknowledge, to enjoy what you have, the small thing, the little things, the things that have become little for you, but you know it's something that you might have overcome. Some people are fighting for food every day, so for them it's a big thing. They haven't overcome that. They're not here. They're not yet there, but you are there. You are there. Some people have to overcome a sickness. Wow. But you don't have to fight for that. You are in good health. Maybe you're sick at the moment. Maybe you're sick at the moment. What else do you have? What can you walk? Can you eat? Can you see? Can you enjoy the sky? The air that you're breathing, the people around you? We all have something. The thing is, what I learned, at least, I'm going to say that very humbly, and what is still helping me in difficult times. In difficult times, I do like a retreat on myself. I focus on the things that I maybe took for granted, and I enjoy them again. And it helps me reset. It helps me start again. It helps me find joy and peace again. The little things are very important to start again. They are not little for other people. You have that. You have that. Look at everything you have. Look at everything you can rely on. You have a place where to live. You have one or two people around you, or if really you have nobody, you have you. Don't despise yourself. Don't despise yourself. You are important. You hear that all the time. Maybe you don't believe it. But I tell you, think about the people who realize that when maybe it's too late, that they are important, that their life was worth living it, even if it was only theirs. Yes. You are important. Living for you is important. Living for you is important. Living for you has a great value. Take care of yourself. Do the things you love doing. Do the things you love doing. Reset yourself. When you get to that space where you don't know anymore what to live for, when you feel like you're alone, it means that it's time to reset. It's time to come back to what do you love? What do you love? Small things. And I tell you, I say that really humbly because those small things are not small for other people. So please, let's not take them for granted. The person you're married to, that maybe you're so used to that person, your parents around you, or the friends, maybe you feel that you're alone, but there are so many people around you. And even though some people don't have family connection or friends around them, I tell you, even the person you meet in the street that gives you a smile is a reminder that you're not alone in that world. Yes, there are difficulties. Yes, there are people who are going to annoy you, to stress you, to try and harm you. Yes, but there are also people who are going to lend you, a hand, who are going to help you in small ways, in big ways. Be grateful for that, please. Don't die. Don't think that you're alone. You are important for somebody, but it starts with you. It starts for you being important for yourself. If you despise yourself, yes, you won't see any reason to live. If you think that you're living for your parents, or you're living for your children, or you're living for your husband, or you're living for your work, when those things are not there anymore, this is how you get you think that you're lost. That's why when you have the grace to have people around you, know that the most important people you have to live for is you. It starts with you. What do you love? What do you love doing? Come back to yourself. Come back to what you love. Then you'll be able to love others as you love yourself. But you see, if you don't live for yourself, the care you're doing to other people won't be as as valuable as when you know that you give it to yourself first. When is the last time you bought something new for yourself? When is the last time you went on a trip? Some people, you can afford to travel, but you don't do it because you despise that. There are people who would like to travel. For the moment, they can't afford it. You can afford to travel. You can decide that, oh, I want to go in that place for a week, for 2 months, for a day. You can afford that. When was the last time you went, sit down at a restaurant or a tea room and have something that you like? When was the last time you did an activity that you used to enjoy and you have lost that? When you feel that you're all alone, you are not. Because that feeling of being alone, do you know how many billions people feel that at the same time as you? This shows you that you're not alone. None of us is alone. We lose the capacity of seeing others. We lose the ability of seeing others when we don't see ourselves anymore. Remember that sentence. You lose the ability of seeing others when you don't see yourself anymore. You need to see yourself to be able to see others, because there are so many people who are like you at the moment. There are so many people who think that there's no reason to live for. There's nothing to live for. There's nobody around them. They're all alone. They don't want to live anymore because they don't see themselves. They have disappeared to their own eyes. So see yourself again. Give yourself some care, some attention. This happened to me, and this is how I got out of that space. This is how I started enjoying life again. I'll give you a practical example. I love being by the sea. I love the beach and all that. And then when I was in that space, I think at that time I lived like 2 hours from the sea. I made that effort for myself. I put gas in my car and I drove, and I went to spend the day by the sea. It was so refreshing, and I did that for me, nobody else. I didn't do it for anybody else. I did it for me, and Felt so good. I had my car. I was healthy. I had the money to pay for the gas, and I could go there for the day. I went for the day, came back in the evening, and felt so good. And you know what? That is something I loved doing. So I went there, and I've seen many people like me that love being at the beach. And it really rejoiced me. I was so happy to see them, to see the children, the families, the old people, young people, the dogs, and sometimes you even see things, funny things that are going to remind you that you are alive, that life is good. But please value the small things, the things that you take for granted. Start valuing them again. I had forgotten how much I needed to be by the sea, how much I loved that because I was busy helping everybody, taking care of everybody. I lost myself. So I did that for myself, and I did it 2 or 3 times. And I made other arrangement of all the things that I love. This is how you start again. I hope this will help someone. I hope it wasn't too long. But if you have one thing to remember is that if you want to see life, to see others again, start seeing yourself again. Come back to what you love, and you will meet a lot of people there. You like going to the restaurant? Go and sit down to a restaurant. You'll see how many people are like you, just like you. You like going to a basketball game? You'll see all the enthusiasm, the life that is there because you like basketball. Go, sit down there, enjoy the game. Give yourself that treat. Do what you can afford for yourself. You like perfumes? Go, buy yourself a new perfume. You like fashion? Go, buy yourself a new dress or a new accessory. It's very important. Don't take that for granted. You can afford it, do it. Do it for yourself, and you'll see the places that you like, the activities that you like doing. You'll see the people who are like you there, the people who love the same things as you. You will find yourself there. You will see yourself in their eyes. In what they do, you'll see yourself. So I hope it really helps you. Don't die. Life is good. You're in a corner now. There's a meaning. Find the meaning. See yourself. See yourself. Come back to yourself. And life will start again. Life will start again. I assure you. And that corner might come back in another time of your life if you forget that small instruction. That corner might come back. It will be the same meaning. You've lost yourself, come back. Come back to what you love. Care for yourself. Love yourself. Take time for yourself. Put money for yourself. And life will start again. You will see life again. I love you. Take care. Stay with us. You're not alone. The world is wide. There's a lot of things for you to do again. I love you. Take care.